I'm upset about the boys too, but now we need our faith the most.
Our family and business falling apart. You want to go on some church retreat?
Caught with 3 keys. Are you transporting for Terry and Meech?
You're my lawyer. I'm here to help.
We ain't flush right now, but we need the cops.
In God we trust or bust.
Just the ATL ain't nothing free.
You really believe that this is in God's will for us?
I believe in myself, and I believe in us.
What up, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ajiona and we are locked in. This is what's next for episode 5 of BMF. Episode 4, I gave it about an 8.5, 9. Very good, but we finally see Terry and Meech deciding to pack up everything that they have, or what little that they have, to head from Detroit down to Atlanta because Lamar has been after them. We owe K9 money, we owe Boom some money. Denise is locked up for bricks. So right now our back is against the wall, and it's only right for us to leave the city and start fresh. Now before we jump into it and break down this trailer, if you like BMF content, live after show discussions, breakdowns, theories, and predictions like this, hit your subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button and follow me on Instagram right here. Now let's go ahead, jump into this trailer, break it down. What are we going to see in episode 5? Are we going to jump straight into that business, or are we going to chill in Atlanta for a little bit, get our feet wet, you know what I mean? So let's jump into it. This is what's next for episode 5 of BMF.
You blowing money fast on this side. I think I'm Big Meech.
Terry and Lucille have been having their back and forth. We just seen in episode 4 at the church, Lucille outed everyone because right now she wants prayer for her sons, her boys. And now that they headed out of Detroit to Atlanta, it's really in God's hands now. Now Charles is saying, listen, our family business, the Flennory car service, is basically out of commission right now. We just lost 2 of the drivers. We don't know where any of the cars are at right now. And it seems like Lucille is trying to go on a church retreat. Now this church retreat is to try to clear her head and also, get some understanding and some comfort from other members of the church to just move forward. Now I don't think that that's a good idea, especially after calling everyone out in church. But even Charles is saying, I don't think that that's the right thing to do when we know people are looking at our sons like, okay, they're bad for the community. And then those other members in the shadows, they're looking at our boys thinking they owe us money. We need to get them or harm their family, whatever one we can get our hands on. Terry got 6 keys from Boom. Terry gave half of it to B Mickey for B Mickey to go do his thing, and then the other 3 bricks were put inside of the car. Now we know that Denise was driving them and she got locked up. She called Terry and said, Terry, I need your help. The only advice he gave her, very good advice, was get a lawyer. Now at the end of episode 4, we hear Detective Brian and Veronica talking about going in there and trying to get her to flip and give up information because they know she's not the one buying the drugs. We know that she didn't put the drugs in there, so we're assuming she's going to tell on Terry and Meech. Well, in this case, just Terry. So Detective Brian is saying, let her sit in there a little bit, let her know that this is real, apply that pressure. So he's telling her, listen, you got 3 bricks on you. This is some hard time right here. What are you going to do? Now, I'm thinking Denise might stay solid, but if she stays solid, that means Terry is going to have to break her off some bread because we know that she's paying for her son. So I don't know how it's going to go, but I don't think Denise is going to give up any information for the simple fact she doesn't know anything besides them going to a touch of class. She doesn't really have any information. She didn't know the bricks were in there. Terry said, go out there, have lunch for 3 hours, and then come back and you'll get paid. So I think Denise is going to be solid. The question is, are you transporting drugs for Terry and Meech? Now, Terry and Meech, they headed to Atlanta. So we don't know if Denise is going to say anything or not. But we do see Monique show up. And we know that she has some legal background. So she is an expertise in this area. Now, is she going to be her actual counsel? I don't know about that. But she is on that book of sugar also. So we need to just take this with a grain of salt on how much she can actually help Denise out. The best help that we can give Denise right now is to just shh, don't say anything. So it looks like they will make it to Atlanta in episode 5. We know that they were headed to Toledo first as they first pit stop. Lamar came, damaged the back of the vehicle. So now we're in a whole new environment. This is a whole new ecosystem down here that we need to try to adapt to and fit in. I mean, it is Atlanta though. Let's be honest. We got the marching band down here. Meech and Terry deserve at least a day or two off to relax, maybe even a week. They earned it, but this is Meech. We know Meech is a hustler. He wants to hit the ground running. So Atlanta is wide open, and we got to go meet the players now, because if we want to get in the game, we got to get in the game. You know what I mean? You want to be in the game, you got to get in the game. We will be getting introduced to new players, and of course, you know, I'm going to break down who these characters are once we get to them. And Meech is telling them, listen, we just got to Atlanta. We need to get our feet wet. We need to do something. Who do we need to talk to? Where do we need to move? Where do we need to stay away from? This is what they would call checking in. You know a few people, you ask them some questions, and they're going to give you the rundown of the lay of the land. And that's what Meech is trying to do. Meech is a businessman, pure hustler. The hustle never stops. We finally get introduced to Goldie. Now she's running the club. She's letting the young boys know this is what you need to do. Remember, I said this is kind of the checking in process. She's going to let you know who to deal with, who not to deal with, where to go, on what nights. She's just letting you know how it really is down here. But you also hear her tell Meech that this is Atlanta. Nothing's free down here. Now, what she's meaning by that is, up in Detroit, he got fronted 20 by K9, had to bring the money back. They got fronted 6 by Boom, had to bring the money back. Down here, it looks like you're going to have to put the money up first before you get anything. Or what she's saying is, theoretically, everything costs. So if you want to go into this spot to talk to some people, you're going to have to pay that price. So I think Goldie's character is going to be good as a new mentor for Meech, because we know he had K9, but she's not going to probably be involved in the dope. I think she's going to be more hands-on with, I'm the connector. I'm the middle person. This is the person you need to talk to. So I think that this is going to be a very good character for Meech and Terry, especially Meech. Now it's time to take everything we learned, everything we messed up on, and we molded, put something together and turn BMF into the organization that we know about, the Black Mafia family. And right now we hear Meech telling his brother Terry, hey, it may not be God's plan, but I believe in you and we can make anything happen. So this brotherhood bond we're about to see is definitely about to take off starting in episode 5. And I'm really here for it, because this is what we're here to tune in and see. BMF down in the ATL. You know, the YouTube videos we see. Yeah, this is what we want to see down here. Them actually expanding and taking over the nation. All right, let me know what you think about BMF episode 5. What are your expectations of it? Is Atlanta going to treat our boys good? I want to know what you think. And also, what is Lamar going to do now that these boys are up out the city? Let me know what you think. I'm Mo.J. If you like this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.